I looked at the timer on my phone and realized that exactly 150 days had passed, 5 months, since I had made a silent promise to change my life. My first words in English were broken and full of fear, but on that final day, I realized that I wasn't just speaking a new language. I was finally speaking for myself. Hello, and welcome to English Unwritten. Today, we have an amazing story for you. This story is slow, simple, and easy to follow English. So listen carefully and let your English improve naturally, one story at a time. My name is Leo. 5 months ago, I was a prisoner of my own silence. I lived in a world where I had many ideas, but I could not share them. Every time I tried to speak English, my throat felt tight. My mind became a jumble of things I didn't want and missing the things I needed. I remember sitting in a meeting at my job. My manager looked at me and asked, "Leo, what do you think?" I knew the answer. I had a great idea. But the English words were like a locked door. I stayed quiet. I looked at my shoes. I felt a deep shame. That night, I went home and made a choice. I didn't want to be silent anymore. I sat at my small wooden table and wrote 3 words in my notebook. 5 months, fluency. I knew that nothing worth having comes free. If I wanted to speak English, I had to pay for it with my time. I started waking up at 5 a.m. Every morning, while the world was dark and quiet, I woke up. I didn't check my phone. I didn't look at social media. I focused on listening. I listened to slow and easy English conversations for 30 minutes. I listened to stories about airports or going to the doctor. I didn't worry about every word. I just wanted my ears to get used to the rhythm of the language. In the beginning, it was very hard. My brain felt tired. I wanted to stop comparing myself to other people who had learned English as children. I told myself that learning is invisible progress. You cannot see a tree growing, but it is becoming stronger every second. By the second month, I could understand about 50% of what I heard, but my mouth was still lazy. I started shadowing practice. I listened to a sentence, paused the audio, and repeated it exactly like the speaker. Train your mouth to talk, I told myself. I practiced simple phrases for daily life. I talked to my cat in English. I talked to my coffee in English. Good morning, coffee. You are very hot today. It felt silly, but it worked. I was no longer afraid of the sound of my own English voice. I also started a daily routine in English. I wrote my to-do list in English. Instead of writing buy bread, I wrote I need to go to the supermarket to buy fresh bread. I was turning my life into a graded reader. In the 3rd month, I stopped studying grammar books. I realized that grammar is like a skeleton, but stories are the heart and skin of a language. I started listening to emotional English stories. I listened to stories about secrets and lies, about angry family members. These stories taught me words for emotions like betrayal, hope, and resilience. Because the stories had a lot of tension and curiosity, I didn't want to stop listening. I learned more from one heartbreaking family drama
than I did from 10 grammar lessons. I was no longer studying. I was living in English. My focus was at its highest point.
Month 4 was the most difficult. I hit a wall. I felt like I was not getting better anymore. I saw people on YouTube who spoke perfect English, and I felt like a failure. I remember walking in the park and trying to listen to a more advanced story. It was too fast. I couldn't understand anything. I sat on a bench and felt like crying. I thought, maybe I should give up my dream. But then I remembered something important. True happiness is not about being the best. It is about being better than you were yesterday. I went home and listened to my own recordings from month 1. My month 1 voice sounded like a child. My month 4 voice sounded like a man. I realized that you have to stay on the path to see how far you've come. I decided to trust the process. I kept going. In the final month, the magic happened. It didn't happen with a loud noise. It happened in a small moment. I was at a cafe. A tourist from another country was lost. He was looking at his phone and looking at the street. He looked very confused. Without thinking, I stood up. I walked to him. "Hello," I said. "Are you lost? Can I help you find your way?" We talked for 10 minutes. I didn't think about grammar. I didn't think about my shaking hands. I just spoke. I told him about the city. I told him about my favorite park. When he left, he said, "Thank you, Leo. Your English is very clear." I stood there for a long time. I felt a warmth in my chest. 5 months ago, I was silent. Today, I was a bridge between two people. I had found something real. People ask me, "Leo, how did you do it?" It was not a secret book. It was 3 simple things. Consistency. I never missed a day of my morning routine. Shadowing. I didn't just listen. I trained my mouth to move forward. Stories. I used emotional narratives to remember vocabulary forever. I learned that the English language is not a test to pass. It is a key that opens the door to the world. It allows you to meet people, share ideas, and finally tell your own story. Fluency is not a destination you reach. It is the courage to keep walking through the rain until the sun finally comes out. If this story of my 150-day journey touched your heart and helped you practice your English today, please subscribe to English Unwritten and join our community of growth. I have a question for you today. If you had 5 months of perfect focus, what is the one thing you would want to achieve in English? Tell me your dream in the comments below. I read every single one to support your journey. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in our next story.